Hi guys, welcome back to our reaction channel. My name's Michaela.
And I'm Gianna.
And today we're going to be tackling the YouTuber Simply Kenna,
who is now known as Cozy Kitsune.
So we're going to start off in a basic format of we're going to talk about what we know about Kenna pre her apology video, then we're going to watch her apology video, analyze it, and let you guys know what's going on.
Alright, let's get into it.
So Simply Kenna is known as McKenna Kaland, real name, 26 years old, and is a self-proclaimed INTJ and Leo.
In 2017, having 871,000 subscribers on YouTube and 461,000 followers on Instagram, in the present day, has 854,000 subscribers and 368 followers on Instagram. So there's been a significant loss from 2017 to 2021 just because of all the controversy that's surrounded them.
So just getting into some of the reasons why Kenna has been canceled. Kenna is very big on YouTube as like a Pinterest aesthetic, a Pinterest person. And if you know anything about aesthetic, it's very personal, home decor. It kind of takes over every aspect of your life with fashion, home decor. And Kenna was looked up to because of that. Kenna has a lot of tattoos, and they would post a lot of pictures of the art that was on their body in terms of sketches, as well as pictures of their tattoos, and would never credit artists, and even would go as far to say that they had created their own tattoos and sketched out their own tattoos, when in reality it was a lot of small businesses, small artists who were creating these tattoos that Kenna was taking credit for on a really big platform.
In addition to this, Kenna also posted a picture on Instagram in which they were using a Buddha's head as a planter for a cactus. And when she was called out for this, because many people were commenting under her posts that, hey, it's offensive that you're not Buddhist using using the image of Buddha for aesthetic purposes. Not only that, but also using only a portion of Buddha when Buddha is supposed to be seen as a whole, and that's very sacred. On top of that, she also pretended to convert to Buddhism and then stopped that charade after a month. So pretended to convert to Buddhism just to justify using a planter.
These two specific instances are what have gone into this first apology that Kenna issued, the one that we're going to be reviewing today.
So it's important to note that Kenna's intention is Kenna's not looking for reconciliation with the communities that they have offended. Kenna's entire purpose in putting out this apology video is to save her following, which is the means in which they make their money.
My cards are all out on the table now. Am I a human? Am I a monster? Or am I something in between? You see, I tried to be the hero, but that's not real. I've done bad things. I've told tales, false regales. I've thrown pebbles, sticks, and stones. I've hurt people, and behind covers, it made me feel much less alone.
Okay, so for one thing, I think it's really important to note all of the imagery and the fairy tale imagery that's being used here. Am I human? Am I monster? I tried to be the hero. I've told tales, false regales. So we see that there's a lot of dramatizing of the situation and fictionalizing it, which then lends itself to the entire controversy surrounding her being fictionalized in itself. So she's creating a divide between the reality of the situation in her video, in the use of this imagery.
Adding on to that, another thing, it just goes along with what you said before, with like the whole aesthetic, like Kenna will not drop the aesthetic, because I know on their profile, if you look it up on YouTube, it literally says like, I am a fox. Like, Kenna just is very like
They also go
mystical,
to Disneyland all the time.
Yeah, so it's just very like, Kenna wants people to be like, she is like this mythical creature, and that shows in this when it has pretty much no relevancy at all.
And then it lends itself to fictionalizing
instead
of
and
taking
dramatizing
accountability.
The situation.
Yes.
As well, another thing that this reminded me of is another YouTuber's apology video, where a YouTuber did create a dance as an apology video. which makes absolutely no sense. And to the song, I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And this reminds me of that because I feel like it's also trying to take away from just making a basic apology video saying I'm sorry. Kenna's trying to kind of go above and beyond.
Putting all these layers on top of it.
All of this on it, being like, listen, I'm putting in all this work to my apology. But then when you actually break it down, there's no apology there.
It seems ingenuine.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. In addition to using imagery as a device for dramatization, Kenna also uses a syndeton in the I Told Tales, False Regales part of it. And it kind of goes into Kenna's calm and collective tone going into the apology video. A lot of times people are either super angry or super calm in apology videos. And I think Kenna's tone is something to really be noticed during this.
Something really unique about this apology video is how much has actually gone into it and how clear that is to the viewer. Most of the time, YouTuber apology videos are meant to be seen as not staged, not rehearsed, super authentic and raw and natural, almost to the point where sometimes you know that it's almost like a fake natural, fake raw. This is the exact opposite of any traditional YouTuber apology that we've ever seen because it's super edited.
I knew how witches felt to be accused against their word. And sometimes I think assumptions just might be the death of me, for I assume that people know the things I think and things I see. And when others make assumptions of their own eyes and their own mind, that's when trouble surely follows, because assumptions lead to lies.
Okay, so now they're flipping it onto the people who are holding her accountable. She goes, people often fail to listen once there is something they believe. So
I think this strategy that Kenna's using here is completely evasion and deflection. There is no accountability. There is no even like self-awareness that Kenna did something wrong. Kenna even says that I'm sure assumptions lead to lies. I know I'm not the victim here, as well as
it's so easy for tales to
twist and thoughts to mix. And Kenna also said people often fail to listen, almost as if Kenna is blaming this on followers, saying, you are not listening to me, I'm saying I didn't do this.
Yeah.
It's just complete no accountability, and that seems to be something that's totally a theme for Kenna. A big strategy that Kenna uses is just deflection. Hey, it's not me, it's you.
And I think it's also important to note that this is all in one extended sentence, which really lends itself to how she's trying to convey how things so easily get lost in translation. So we see like through the sentence structure that she uses in this poem and in this section specifically that so much happens on like comment sections and stuff.
I wasn't trying to take the credit. I was never trying to deceive. But people often fail to listen once there is something they believe. And it's so easy for tales to twist, thoughts to mix, and words to spread. And it's so easy to pass on judgment when all you can see is red. But I know I'm not the victim here, for my carelessness made things unclear, and for that I'll accept my fate, and I'll learn from my mistakes. An apology through poetry is me in my rawest form. I hope you'll hear these words. I hope they'll mean something. I hope they'll mend what I have torn. Although I know for some this won't be enough, I hope the rest will hear me out, for this is my apology, my white flag waving proud. Am I a human? Am I a monster? Or am I just a living thing? Am I good? Or am I evil? I think we're all just in between.
Profound.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was a great example of antithesis. Am I good or am I evil? It's also a good example of kind of just making things very black and white. Also saying, I think we're all just somewhere in between. Basically saying, hey, you guys have done bad things. This is something bad that I've done. Again, another example of evasion, deflection.
Oh, I did something wrong? Well, you're not so perfect.
Exactly. That's exactly what Kenna's trying to do, and is making it very black and white, like I'm either good or evil.
It's very gaslighty. It's very like, well, if I'm not like a perfect person, then I must be a complete monster. I'm not human. And so there's a lot of gaslighting.
We also felt like it was really imperative to include a part of us analyzing the caption as well, because Kenna kind of continued this whole thing into the caption, this poetry sort of language. So we're going to go over that right now.
So some of like the most important lines in the caption, one of which being, labels have been placed that I'm a thief and I'm a fake and I'm a bully and I am and I'm not. So clearly there's a lot of Paula in this sentence specifically with the and I'm a fake and I'm a bully and I am and I'm not. And listing all the things that she are, thief, fake, bully, you can see that there's a lot of self-reprimanding and a lot of self-pitying in an attempt to get the audience to kind of sympathize with her. Yeah.
As well, Kenna's kind of vacillating. She's going back and forth.
Vacillating.
Sorry, wrong word. Vacillating. She's kind of going back and forth she says, am I, am I not? She's going back and forth with this, am I taking accountability? Am I not taking accountability? Goes again with that big theme of deflection that Kenna is consistently using throughout the whole thing. Another big standout part of the caption was basically, Kenna repeats, I am sorry, 5 lines in a row, talking to a bunch of different people. I'm sorry to the girls I've called out in the past. I'm sorry to the artists I've hurt. I'm sorry for the followers I've disappointed. Just a couple of examples. And it's a big example of anaphora, as well as just the I am sorry repeating in a row, as well as it's kind of a different take than what Kenna has been portraying.
Yeah, we're seeing her being a lot more apologetic in just these 5 lines than we have in the entire 3.5-minute apology that she uploaded. That the entirely like rehearsed poem, there was maybe one I'm sorry in there, and then at the end of the caption we see like this bombardment of apologies, which really just, you think that she's just trying to end it on like a positive note, and just she's actually taking accountability in the last few lines, yet deflecting it in her actual video, which might have been why she took it down in the first place. So just to recap, strategies that she used: she evades, she deflects, she dramatizes and fictionalizes and uses imagery for those 2 things, and she takes an entirely calm, collective, and very rehearsed tone throughout this entire thing.
In terms of devices, Kenna touched on anaphora, antithesis, fairy tale imagery, and both polysyndeton and asyndeton throughout the whole thing. Anaphora was definitely the most widely used device. If you'd noticed, we even put an anaphora count in the corner. Anaphora was consistently used basically every 1 or 2 sentences, and that was the biggest device that Kenna used.
And notice how all of the anaphora had to do with herself. All of the anaphora was I am, I have, I am, I have. So it's very centered around her.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe our video down below.
Push that bell for the notifications for when we upload.
And we're going to be back again next week with an Olivia Jade reaction video to her apology. Let us know if you think she's smart enough to use rhetorical devices. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please click that like button.
Bye guys.